So for this topic, we will discuss about rational expressions, tackling with the simplification of fractions, the multiplication of fractions, division, and the addition or subtraction of fractions. So for the simplification of fractions, so if we see a rational expression, we have to find what are the common factors. So we have to find the factors for the numerator and the denominator. So if they have a common factor, we can cancel out, like our example here. We have a multiplied by b divided by a multiplied by c. So they have a common factor, a. They can cancel out that one, and we will have a simplification of the fraction, simply b over c. So if we apply that to our examples here, so for number 1, we have 8x cubed plus y cubed divided by 2x squared minus 3xy minus 2y squared. So we have to find first the factors of each polynomials. For the numerator, so from our previous discussions, that we can find the factor of our numerator to be 2x plus y, so multiplied by 4x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. While for the numerator, we can also find the factors for as 2x plus y multiplied by x minus 2y. So as we can see that 2x plus y, and we have 2x plus y in the numerator, and we also have 2x plus y in the denominator, so we can cancel that out, and we will have a result of as 4x squared minus 2xy plus y squared all over x minus 2y. If we cannot reduce furthermore this fraction, then this will be the final answer. So for example number 2, so for the numerator, we cannot further factor out that one because that is the simplest form for that polynomials, but we can get the factor of this denominator, which is 3x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 2. So as we can see, the numerator has x minus 2 and the denominator also has x minus 2. So we can also cancel out that one. So to simplify this one, so we will have 1 all over 3x minus 1. And that would be the simplest form for this rational expression. So for number 3, again, you have to find what are the factors of the numerator, for the numerator and also for the denominator. So for the numerator, we have a factor of 2x plus y, that would be squared, or that is also multiplied by 2x plus y. So all over. So for this one, we have 2x plus y multiplied by 2x minus y. So both the numerator and denominator have 2x plus y, so we can cancel out that one. So the answer, or the simplest form for the example number 3, would be 2x plus y divided by 2x minus y. So just a reminder, you cannot cancel out 2x and 2x for the numerator and denominator because they are not factors. And there's an operation of addition here and subtraction. So you cannot cancel those out. So next, we have also multiplication of fractions. So just simply, if we have two fractions, like we have a divided by b multiplied by c divided by d, so just directly multiply the numerators. So a times c, so we have a times c, and multiply the denominators. We have b times d, we have b d. So to apply this, so we have example number 1. So just simply multiply x squared and x minus 1, but before we distribute x squared inside x minus 1, we have to find if we can simplify the denominators. So we can simplify first the rational expression before expanding it to the final answer. So we have x squared multiplied by x minus 1. So for x plus 2, we don't have any factor for that one. But we can find some factors for x cubed minus 2x squared, which we can take x squared from x cubed, and we also have to take out x squared from that. So bring out x squared. Then since we bring out x squared, we have x cubed divided by x squared, we will have x, and then 2x squared divided by x squared, so we will have minus 2 in that. So as we can see, we have x squared in the numerator, we also have x squared in the denominator. We can cancel that out, and we can expand x plus 2 times x minus 2 for the denominator. So for that, we have x squared minus 4, while the denominator will still be x minus 1. And this would be the simplest form for this problem. So for number 2, so we have to find again the factors for each numerators and denominator. So for a cubed plus 8, so for a cubed plus 8, we have a plus 2 multiplied by a squared minus 2a plus 4, while for this one, 2a squared minus 5a plus 2, so that can be, so this is 2a minus 1 times a minus 2. So for the denominator, so for 2a minus 1, there's no factor for that, so that is the simplest. So let's just write 2a minus 1, while a squared minus 4, it has a factor of a plus 2 multiplied by a minus 2. So again, you have to find their common factors, the numerator and denominator. So we have a plus 2 in the numerator. We also have a plus 2 in the denominator. So we don't have a squared minus 2a plus 4 in the denominator. So let's not cancel that one. But we have 2a minus 1 in the numerator, and we also have that one in the denominator. The same true with a minus 2. So we have to cancel that out. So for the answer for number 2, we will have a squared minus 2a plus 4, and that would be the final answer. So for number 3, again, before we multiply all of these expressions, we have to simplify them first for easier calculation or multiplication of the rational expression. So we have for x squared minus xy plus y squared, there's no factors for that. So let's just simply copy. So x squared minus x y plus y squared. So multiplied by, so also x plus y have no furthermore simplification. So we have x plus y. But this one we have simplification for that one, which is we have to bring out 2. So factor out 2. So we have x cubed minus y cubed, which is also has a factor of x minus y multiplied by x squared plus xy plus y squared. So that's for the numerator. So next, for the denominator, so the x squared plus xy plus y squared has no factors or simplification for that. So we have x squared plus xy, just copy. While this one, we can factor out 5. So we have 5. So multiplied by x minus y. While this one, we also have a factor for that as x plus y multiplied by x squared minus xy plus y squared. Then cancel out those that we can cancel out. So for this one, we can cancel out with this one. So x plus y, so we'll also have x plus y and x plus y, x minus y and x minus y, and we also have x squared plus xy plus y squared, and we also have that in the denominator, so cancel out. So the only one left would be 2 divided by 5. So the final answer for this one would be 2 over 5. Okay, so that's how you multiply rational expressions. So for the division of fractions or rational expressions, so we have this one, a over b divided by c over d, that could be equal to a over b multiplied by the reciprocal of the c over d. So we have d, so a over b multiplied by d over c, and just apply the method that we discussed in the multiplication. So we have a times d, so we have ad, and b times c, we have bc. So if the expression is written in this form, so we can multiply the upper one and the lower one. So we have the outer, so we have a times d, so divided by the multiplication of the inner one. So we have b times c, which is also the same with this one. So if we apply that into our examples, so example number 1, we have ax minus a plus bx minus b, so divided by 1 minus x squared, and then we have to divide this whole rational expression by a plus b over 1 minus x. So first, we have to copy this one, and we have to multiply the reciprocal of this one. So the reciprocal for a plus b over 1 minus x would be 1 minus x divided by a plus b. So we have to get the multiplication for that. But again, before you multiply, you have to factor out first what should be needed to factor out. So we have ax plus a minus b, so we can factor out a from that. So what's left would be x minus 1. So we have plus. So factor out b. So multiplied by x minus 1. So this is divided by this one. So we have 1 minus x squared. The factor for that would be 1 minus x multiplied by 1 plus x. So here, just copy. So 1 minus x over a plus b. So again, for the numerator, for this one, we have x minus 1. They have common terms. So they have common x minus 1 and x minus 1. We can factor that out. So that would be x minus 1. So multiplied by what's left is a plus b. So this is over 1 minus x multiplied by 1 plus x. So multiplied by 1 minus x over a plus b. So we can cancel out 1 minus x and 1 minus x. A plus b and a plus b. So the final answer would be x minus 1. So since this is only addition, we can interchange or exchange the position. So we can write x first. So plus 1. So this would be the final answer. Okay. So for example number 2, again, we have to find the factors and the reciprocal for m squared minus 1 and m plus 1 over m plus 1. So for 3m squared minus 4m plus 1, we have a 3m minus 1 multiplied by m minus 1 all over. So for 1 minus 9m squared, so we also have a factor for that, 1 minus 3m multiplied by 1 plus 3m. Then multiply the reciprocal of this rational expression. So we have m plus 1 all over. So we have to also get the factors for m squared minus 1, which is m minus 1 multiplied by m plus 1. Then cancel out m minus 1 and m minus 1. We also have m plus 1 and m plus 1. So we can also cancel out m minus 1 and 1 minus 3m, but we have to arrange or rearrange 1 minus 3m to be 3m minus 1. So for 1 minus 3m, so factor out negative 1. So we have negative 1. So multiplied by, so we have we bring out negative 1 from positive 1. So we will also have negative 1, while here, so it will become plus 3m, or this could be negative 1 multiplied by 3m minus 1. So we input that 1 here in this equation. So this would be equal to 3m minus 1 all over negative 1 multiplied by 3m minus 1. So since this is also positive, so plus, it's addition, we can just exchange this two. So we have 3m plus 1. So this will be cancelled out. And the final answer would be, so the negative here, we can also put that in the numerator. So this would be negative 1 divided by 3m plus 1. And this would be the final answer. So for number 3, so we have 1 minus x over 1 plus x, that is divided by with the quantity of x squared over 1 minus x squared divided by 2x over 1 minus x. So first, perform the operation inside the parentheses. So let's just copy. So we have that. So for the inside, so we have x squared all over. So let's get the factor of 1 minus x squared, which is 1 minus x multiplied by 1 plus x, then multiplied by the reciprocal of 2x over 1 minus x, which is 1 minus x divided by 2x. So we can cancel out the 1x from here and also the x in that from the 2x, and cancel 1 minus x and 1 minus x. So what's left would be, so I'll just copy 1 minus x, 1 plus x, so divided by we have x and 1 plus x, so we have 1 plus x. Then since we simplified what's inside the parentheses, we can already divide 1 minus x over 1 plus x by x over 1 plus x. Again, we have to get the reciprocal of x over 1 plus x. So we have 1 minus x, so multiplied by the reciprocal of that one, so we have 1 plus x all over x. So we can cancel this out, and your final answer would be 1 minus x all over x. So that would be the answer for that one. So next operation would be addition or subtraction of fractions. So if we add or subtract a fraction, so if the denominator are the same, so let's for example, we have a over b plus c over b, so they have the same denominator. Just copy the denominator and just add the numerator, which would be a plus c all over b. But if the denominator are not the same, so first you have to find the least common denominator. For example, we have the a over b plus c over d. So the least common denominator of the two would be b multiplied by d, which is this one. And then this least common denominator, you have to get, so divide that one with the denominator b, which would be, so bd divided by b would be d. Then after that, the result, multiply that into the numerator, which will yield the numerator as a multiplied by d. Then plus, so plus, again you have to get the LCD, then divide that to the second denominator, which is d. So bd divided by d would be b, and then multiply that one to c, so we have bc. So the answer for this addition would be AD plus BC divided by BD. So we have examples here. So example number 1, we have x squared over x minus 1 plus x plus 1 over x minus 1 minus 2x plus 3 over x minus 1. So as we can see that the denominators of these three terms or three rational expressions are all the same, which is x minus 1. So let's just simply add x squared and x plus 1, then subtract 2x minus 3 for the denominator. So we have x squared plus x plus 1. So minus, so we have that 2x plus 3. So we have all over, so since they are the same denominators, so this would be x minus 1. So simplifying the numerator, so common terms or add the same terms, which for x squared there's no other x squared, so let's just say that is x squared. So we have x minus 2x, so we have negative x, so we have 1 minus positive 3, we have negative 2. So all over x minus 1. So for the numerator, we have a factor for that as x plus 1 and x minus 2. So as we can see, there's no the same factor with the denominator. So therefore, our final answer would be this one. So next, example number 2. So we have 2a over a squared minus 4 minus 2a a minus 2 over a plus 2. So before we get the LCD, we have to find first the factors for each denominator. So for a squared minus 2, we have a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2. So for the numerator, that is 2a. Then minus, so since there's no factor for this one, so or simplification, so that would be a plus 2. So for the LCD for this problem would be, since we have a plus 2 in this first term, we also have a plus 2 here. So therefore, our LCD or least common denominator would be a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2. So writing that, we have a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2. So a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2 divided by a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2, that would be equal to 1. And then multiply that to 2a, so that would be still 2a. So minus, so this one, a minus 2 times a plus 2 divided by a plus 2. So a plus 2 and a plus 2 would cancel out. So what's left would be a minus 2. So copy the a minus 2 here, the numerator, and the result, which if we divide the least common denominator with a plus 2, that would be a minus 2. So we also have a minus 2. So this would be equal to, so again you have to simplify first the numerator. So we have 2a, so minus, so expand a minus 2 times a minus 2, that would be a squared minus 4a plus 4. So that would be divided by okay, so it's a minus 2 multiplied by a plus 2. Then combine the like terms, which is we have 2a minus the negative of 4a. Distribute the negative, so we have negative a squared, then 2a minus the negative of 4a, we have plus 6a, then distribute the negative, so negative 4. So if we have no factor of negative a squared plus 6a minus 4, that is the same with a minus 2 or a plus. So combining these two, we will have the denominator of a squared minus 4, and this would be your final answer. So last example, number 3. So we have m plus 2 over 3m minus 12 minus 2m minus 1 over 4 minus m. So again, you have to first simplify or get the factor of the denominators. So for 3m minus 12, we can factor out 3. So we have 3. So 3m divided by 3 is m. So minus 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we have m minus 4. So at the numerator, just copy m plus 2. So minus, we have 2m minus 1 divided by, so for 4 minus m, we can rewrite that to m minus 4, but we have to factor out negative. So for m minus m, so factor out the negative 1. So we have 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. Negative m divided by negative 1, we have positive m, or rewriting that, we have negative 1 multiplied by m minus 4. So from that, we can write negative m minus 4. So as you can see, we have the same m minus 4 here and m minus 4. So therefore, we can conclude that the least common denominator for this problem would be the negative of 3. So negative 3, then copy, multiplied by m minus 4. So that would be the LCD for this problem. So we have negative 3 multiplied by m minus 4. So negative 3 multiplied by m minus 4 divided by 3 times m minus 4 would be negative 1, and then multiply that with the numerator. So we have negative 1, or negative, we have negative times m plus 2, so minus, so this one, negative 3 times m minus 4 divided by negative m minus 4 would be positive 3 times the numerator 2m minus 1. So positive 3. So the negative here is the minus in this operation. So we have 2m minus 1. So simplifying, so distribute the negative signs inside the parentheses So we have negative m minus 2. Also distribute negative 3 inside the parentheses. So we have negative, so 3 times 2 is 6. So negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3. So that would be all over negative 3 multiplied by m minus 4. So combining the like terms, so we have negative m minus 6m. So we have negative 7m. Then we have negative 2 plus 3, we have plus 1 all over. So let's distribute negative 3. So we have negative 3m plus 12. So this can be your final answer, but if you don't like the negatives in front of 7m and 3m, so we can factor that out. So we have negative, so negative 7m divided by negative would be positive 7m. So 1 divided by negative, that would be minus 1. So all over, so let's factor out negative 1. So 3m divided by negative, or negative 3m divided by the negative 1 here. So we have 3m. Then 12 divided by negative 1, that would be minus 12. So we can cancel out the negative 1. So negative 1 and negative 1. So we can have 7m minus 1 all over 3m minus 12. So this can be your final answer.